Welcome back, everyone. We're going to play Kalvalax on my account, but bear with me. We're going to simulate using him with a Taurus. I'm telling you, it's going to work exactly the same. This guy is not out yet, but when he zones into a round, he puts 5% poisons for 2 turns on the enemy. Along with Master Hexer, we can try to extend those debuffs and get an additional turn. So the way we're going to play it is this guy is going to deplete people in arena with Xavia. When we did poison testing months and months ago, Xavia does 20% additional poison explosion because she has books, 10% more damage, 10% more damage. Eleanor does not. That's why Xavia does more damage. And with poison explosion, we do not need any accuracy. It doesn't matter about our accuracy for our Eleanor or for our Xavia at all. Then we can have our Arbiter come in. We can have a really fast Xavia, 300 speed if we want to immediately go after Arbiter boosts. Or we could just have our Xavia at 400 speed, and right away she's just going to go over there and explode all those poisons and stop people from being able to be revived. It's really disgusting, and that's exactly what this champion's going to do. Going through waves, same thing. I'm going to show you that. It's going to be the same exact thing with my Taurus. It's just going to be when the Taurus takes his turns and puts up these poisons, we know immediately when we go into the round, those poisons are going to be put up right away. With this champion, and this champion doesn't have to take a turn. And then if we put Bad Alkazar on our team, super slow, he has to do nothing. Any poisons up on the enemy, we're going to increase our damage by 20%. So if we needed additional damage, it would be very easy to do. The only people that need to take a turn is your booster and then your Xavia. This guy does not need to take a turn. Bad Alkazar doesn't need to take a turn. As long as there's a poison debuff up, he's going to increase that damage. We're set. Let's go test this out. You're going to be really surprised. And with doing wave clears with a Xavia, this is going to work out probably the fastest speed runs for Ice Golem and maybe some other ones out there. We are going to, again, simulate. We're not putting Bad L in yet. We don't need that 20% additional damage, I don't think. Let's see what happens here. So we would boost like this. And then immediately our Xavia would be going right now. We would make her fast enough. Again, we don't need accuracy on our Xavia. We will always poison explosion unless you weak hit. That's why Eleanor's pretty strong, but she doesn't do as much poison explosion damage. But Eleanor cannot weak hit, so she will always initiate the poison explosion. This is what it would look like when we zone into the round. Kalvalax would put up all these poisons immediately. It would be our Arbiter's time to go. And then right after our Arbiter would be now our Xavia. And look at the damage we're going to do. Nice. So less damage because Duchess is there. We've got 2 revivers that stayed because they're tankier. And we didn't have the 20% additional damage we could have with Bad Alkazar in here. Just sitting there. Just like our Kalvalax doesn't need to have a turn. He's just going to be loaded with tons and tons of accuracy. Let's bring in a Bad Alkazar now and see if we can get some additional damage to take out the other 2. And we're going to have Bad L do his A1 because he doesn't need to take a turn. That's how we'd have him built if we built this team properly. So we're going to increase here. We're going to do Bad L's A1 just like he doesn't take a turn at all. We're going to get up our poisons, which would automatically be up already. So then our Xavia would have already gone. We wouldn't have to worry about what's happening right now. We wouldn't have taken any of these hits. And now it would be time for Xavia to destroy them before they even moved. As long as we're fast enough, right? We have to be fast enough. 20% additional damage. Is it enough? Oh, we got Duchess that time. Almost got the Arbiter. But having just the Reviver left, I don't think it's going to be an issue. We take him out, we're done. This is what he's going to play like when he comes out. Let's test him out now on Ice Golem. His A2 does do a lot of damage here, depending on how many poisons are up, and he's going to put up the poisons. Every round you zone in, he's going to put up all these poisons, and then additional turns he takes, he's going to put up poisons as well. So going through PvE content, he can be the fastest then to get up some more poisons, and then your Xavia will just light up the wave, and it's going to be really fast speed runs, and we can actually simulate that still with the same Taurus. And we don't need Bad Alkazar for the 20% additional damage, not yet. We'll try it out. Let's go with this first. Let's come in here and just do our Taurus and see how much damage we're looking at. If this was him. We're not even going to put poisons up with A1 on Prince Kaimar. We're just going to do it here. And no poisons here. Oh, oops. So immediately we would come into the round. It would look like this. Not having the sleeps up, of course, but having the poisons up. And then if he went first, he would put additional poisons with his passive up for taking a turn. And then he would do his AoE based off of poisons that are on, and we don't even need a decreased defense. It's still going to do enough damage that I think we'll be able to drop this wave with Xavia, because right now we're not going to. We're close, but we're not quite there, right? But if he was first with putting them up, and then he took a turn before she did, he would put up another row of poisons just for taking a turn, and then he would do a big AoE hit, which would maybe lower them enough, but we're still running it without, I mean, obviously we could have put up more poisons with our Eurogrim like we normally do to do a speed run with Xavia through Ice Golem 25. It would work the same exact way. Let's go back out of this and put in bad Alkazar and look at our damage then. And our Xavia doesn't have to be strong. We've proven that your Xavia does not need to be strong with Poison Explosion. We've gone over this in detail. The only thing that affects Poison Explosion are the stacks of poison and the additional books to do more damage. It doesn't matter your attack or your critical damage. That'll help out with the yellow numbers that she does on her A3, her AoE, but it won't do anything to increase the Poison Explosion damage, and really it doesn't take that many poisons to drop the wave, even at stage 25. Not much at all. We'll just go through with Eurogrim. Let's do this one. Let's see if we can drop the wave with the additional poisons from Eurogrim, which would not maybe simulate what this guy would do. With his additional poisons and then his AoE, maybe it'd be similar to that. And we're already dropping the wave. So he's going to function a lot like Taurus does right here, but more, much, much more. And while this is a fast run already, it's going to be even faster with him in here. Much, much faster, because Taurus does that poison rain where he's sitting there throwing it, spitting it on them. He's just going to immediately do it. I hope he doesn't have long animations, because then this run, we can already do under a minute. Easily under a minute with the Xavia team, where she comes in, we do 2 resets, one with Prince Kymar, one with Renegade, or 2 Prince Kymars, whichever you like. We drop each wave, and then immediately when we get to the boss, we drop the minions with poisons on. They never come back, and we have somebody like Eurogrim solo the rest. It's actually only a 50% chance to place a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 1 turn at the start of each of his turns. But we still get the 4 or 5% up for 2 turns. And then with the Master Hexer and then him doing this big AoE on them with the number of poisons up, I wonder how much damage it is. I bet these multipliers could get high. It's just adding more and more to him. There are going to be bosses that obviously we're going to be able to take advantage of, especially the Nether Spider with this champion probably soloing through there. But this is going to be a very, very powerful legendary. And we haven't had any really super powerful legendaries in a while, so I'm excited to see this guy. I'll probably not pull him, but maybe you guys will. So good luck to you this weekend on your 2-time Sacred Shards. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate the love and support. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.